welcome to episode 2 of The Hustle with ShameekaFishley. I hope you enjoyed last episode with Daisy while I was in Florence, Italy. Today we have another special guest from my hometown, Giovanni Sterling, aka The Graft. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming through. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Graft is a music artist. He's done a lot in the past couple of years, especially from when I've known him since he was a little kid. But he also went through a footballing journey, and he found that music was more of him than football. So now he's following his dreams with the music industry, but he's still playing football at the same time, just not as serious.
Yeah.
So he's going to introduce himself and tell you a bit of background information from the man himself.
Yeah, man. So for those who don't know me, I go by the name of Graft. Like Shameeka was saying, I used to play football professionally like 4-5 years ago for Leeds United, Bradford and Rotherham. I was an apprentice footballer there, and I was playing a lot of reserves football, training with the first team, and made my way up through the ranks from under 16s all the way to the reserves and training with the first team, a lot of the time at Rotherham. Then I changed over to music, and then I felt like that was my calling. So in 2019 I won an award called the Mobo and Sung Award, and I also won the Best Male Artist Award at Yorkshire Entertainment Awards. And then the year before that, in 2018, I won the Best Upcoming Artist at the Yorkshire Entertainment Awards. And then also in 2019 I won the Legacy Awards for the Arts and Culture Award. So yeah, music's going really well.
GCO from the ground up.
How do you feel after winning all these awards? Like, you've obviously put in a lot of graft, determination, you've dropped a lot of things, you're very well disciplined. But once you've seen that all your hard work's paid off, like, how do you feel inside?
I just feel like eager for more.
Okay.
But I also feel like very good within myself, to the point where it like humbles me and just makes me more confident to try and achieve more things.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just feel like blessed and just like grateful a lot of the time, and just very content, but at the same time want more.
Yeah, okay. Because I know some people, no matter what their profession is, once they've been rewarded for something, sometimes they take their foot off the pedal and think, okay, this is it, but there's still a lot more to go.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to ask you that question. All of your songs are on my pre-game playlist.
Yeah.
No lie.
No word of that.
Yeah, because it just gets you in the mood.
In the mood, yeah.
So make sure when I put all his information down, you go follow Spotify, iTunes, anything, Soundcloud, most especially Instagram, because that's where everything's popping. What kind of process do music artists go through when you're releasing a new single?
So obviously you've got to write the song.
Yeah.
So more time I write most of my music in my bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
At home.
So that's your little sanitary.
Yeah. Even if I'm not in my bedroom, I'll probably be in the kitchen, and I'll just get like this urge to start writing.
Yeah.
So I write my music at home a lot of the time.
Okay.
And then I'll go to the studio, record it, and then with my engineer, shout out Dale, my guy, he'll then mix and master it like a week or so after.
Okay.
And then we'll sit down, listen to it, hear if we both like it, and if that's the right sound, what we're going for.
Yeah.
We'll then finalize it, and then obviously you need the artwork as well.
Right, okay.
So then I'll holler a graphic designer, Thai guy, shouting out everyone.
Yeah, might as well.
And then I'll get the cover after I've thought of a couple ideas I want for the single.
Yeah.
After I've got the cover, I'll then probably go home, think about some marketing strategies.
Okay.
Like how to promote it.
Yeah.
In the lead up before the release and afterwards.
Because you got to keep it.
You got to keep, because I like to promote for like a month on one song, or even longer. Okay. Depending on the next when the next release is after that song.
Right, okay.
So it's like you think of a plan how to market it and promote it before and afterwards.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that plan ready, you set the release date, just start promoting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little insight for those who don't know about the music industry, because I didn't know any of that.
It doesn't have to be like that. Some people just put music out freely.
Yeah, but you're doing it strategically to project to a specific audience to make sure that it's reaching all the type of people that you want to reach.
True.
Whereas
I'm just trying to maximise the reach, yeah.
So if you're just throwing it out there, it's not saying it's not efficient, but it's more efficient if you become strategic about it.
Yeah, and planned,
yeah.
for sure.
So with the whole you listening to it after your engineer's done all what he's needed to do, is the final decision based on what you want it to like, what you want it to be heard like, or is it like a mutual agreement?
It's more so how I want it to sound.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, my engineer always says this one thing to me that I'll never forget. I've got to live with it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't write it.
Yeah.
I wrote it. I know how I want it to sound. So it's more how I'd like it to sound, but he definitely has his input.
Okay.
That's
nice that he's got an input.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that you accept criticism well, so...
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good to get constructive criticism.
Some people can't take it, though.
It's up to them, innit?
They can't.
Bye.
So, from football to music,
yeah,
what has been the contrast to get you to this point? Like, how have you transitioned from football on a serious level in all these academies, reserves, to going as a fully solo artist?
I realised that when certain things weren't going well in my football career, and like I could tell I wasn't gonna get offered the pro contract at certain clubs.
Yeah.
So after I didn't, I was going on trial at different clubs, you know, just trying hard, and then nothing was coming from that.
Right.
So because my music career was going really well at that same time, it was like football was here, and then music was just like elevating. So I thought I want to put all of my energy into music, see where it takes me, and just play football on the side.
Yeah, okay.
And then when I made that decision, it was just the best decision.
Because you've elevated a lot.
Yeah.
Massively.
So it wasn't like, but before I made that decision, there was loads of times when I'd be at home and I'd think to myself, what do I really want to do?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't an easy decision. There was lots of contemplating, lots of talks with my friends, family.
Because you've grown up with football.
And it's like what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I think in life sometimes you have like other paths that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it wasn't easy, but after a few years I did make the decision.
So for the athletes out there, you said that you didn't think that football was going well, and you noticed that you wouldn't get offered a pro contract. But the key point you said was that you kept trialing at other places.
Yeah, I did keep going.
What gave you that motivation and drive to keep going instead of just giving up? Because I know there's athletes and kids out there that they don't win, so they're just saying to the parents, I don't want to play anymore. Or they're not getting offered scholarships in uni, or they're not getting through to trials, they're not getting game time. Instead of carrying on, they don't know what to do. They'd rather quit. But what was your mindset to not quit but carry on and try other places?
Earlier on in my football career, I got loads of injuries.
Right.
When I was like under 14s, under 15s at Bradford.
Yeah.
And at that time, I did feel like I wanted to quit.
Okay.
Because I kept going back and playing, and then I'd get injured. But then I kept pushing through that, and then things didn't go well then. I was still getting injured. Had to go do pre-season all by myself.
That's
and then I got signed for Leeds after that.
Okay.
So all of that bad spell and injuries at Bradford, then like, you know, just transitioned over to a big move at Leeds.
Yeah,
so that gave me a lot of self-belief and motivation.
Okay.
That point in my life. So after not getting the pro contracts years down the line, I still like remembered that time when I knew things weren't going well, but I had the belief that things could. So not getting the pro contracts, I had like a lot of self-belief within myself to know that something can happen
If you keep putting in
if
the
I
work.
keep trying, putting in the work, training hard, eating right, and having a lot of self-discipline and being focused, I felt like something would come from it.
Okay, that's some good information for you lot to take in, because I know a lot of people struggle mentally with things when they don't go their way, whether it's on a team or not. So some good information.
I think it's just to do with how people are within themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of it, but you can therefore be motivated externally from friends, family, and that. But it's just about how much you want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really want it,
then you'll
don't
get
give
it.
up.
Yeah, and you'll get
it eventually.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's
For real.
But a lot of people don't think like that.
It's their own life, innit?
You either get it or you don't. That's how people think. So, what's the difference between working as a solo artist in comparison to being on a team, since you've gone from a team sport to a solo artist?
Yeah. It's very good because I make more or less all the decisions based on what I want to do myself.
Okay.
But at the flip side of that, there might not always be the right decisions.
Right.
Might not always be the right moves. And at times it can get lonely. Because when you've come from that team environment to then just doing everything by yourself, it's like there's not like that fun, you know, like the banter you get in the changing rooms, the banter on the pitch, banter in training. It's a lot different.
Right.
I'd say the main thing when transitioning over to being a solo artist from a team environment is like there's a lot of responsibility.
Right, okay.
You know, individually.
Yeah.
And as a team, although there's a lot of responsibility on you, then it's like it's as a collective.
Right, yeah.
But if I make a mistake, then
it's all
things can happen in a bad way for me.
Yeah.
Whereas if you make a mistake in a team, sometimes someone else can help you.
Right. There's other people to pick you up and stuff.
A lot of the time. So it's just like a lot of it is self-management. You have to depend on yourself. You got to make the decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't have a team around you, and I don't right now.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
so.
I don't have like management, any labels, no notice.
So everyone comes directly to you?
To me, yeah. Anyone who wants to book me for a show, they're coming through to me.
Do you prefer
that?
Does it get stressful?
Sometimes. Yeah.
But I feel like you like it.
Yeah, I like it because it's teaching me how to manage myself.
Yeah.
So when I keep progressing, because I want to own my own record label.
Okay.
So when I keep progressing, I'm learning how to manage myself already.
Okay, yeah.
So potentially I'd be able to manage other artists.
Right, okay.
Obviously, with external education, like whatever you have to do on management courses. But I like it because I'm learning.
Okay, interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was actually going to be my next question. If you've got management or anything.
No management, no label. GCO Records, that's the label I want to make. That's my brand. GCO.
What does that stand for?
Grafters Collective only. Collective of grafters. Just look out for GCO, man.
Soon to come.
Yeah, for real.
Do you have the plan and everything set?
Got the plan, got the brand,
so you already got
logo. Soon working on the merchandise. Just slowly moving forward.
Yo. That's big things. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
What's the best part, if you have one, of featuring with someone else in the music industry?
Featuring on a song.
Yeah.
I'd say the best part about that, right, is seeing how they work and then like bouncing off ideas.
Yeah.
So like the other day I was at my friend's house and we was writing music.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes when you're alone, you wouldn't get the same ideas you get when you're working with someone else. It's like you're bouncing off ideas and it's like it's two brains at one thing.
Yeah.
So it makes it better. So it's like teamwork just makes the dream work.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you get new ideas, new ways of doing things, and it also challenges you as well.
Right, okay.
To want to be your best and do the best.
Because you've done quite a few features, innit?
Yeah.
There was one, I can't remember the name of the song. It was outside Leeds United Stadium.
It was featuring Prince Amari
Yeah.
and Lee J, called Can't Hear Us.
That one. That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, bag of fun.
That looked like a lot of fun. So
Bag
that's
of
why I
fun.
had to throw that question in there.
And that's based on like football.
True.
The video was at different football stadiums.
Yeah.
One was at Bradford, then Huddersfield Stadium,
Yeah,
then
then
Leeds
Leeds.
United.
Switch back to general mode, progressing, excelling, that's a general zone. Steady plans, pound moves are discussed, real boss no. Want a general.
Because I know some people, when they're featuring on music videos and with just other artists in general, they look like they're not having fun.
So
And I know it can be like that in the music industry because you have to make your connections and get your name out there and stuff, but I feel like it's better for you as an individual to have fun.
For sure, because if you're not enjoying
And
it,
then you're bringing in more audience if your video's good and the content's good and you're just having fun.
for real, I feel like when artists are in videos and they look like they're not enjoying
Yeah.
it, it's because they don't really like the song. So that's up on them. Like, if you don't like the song, why did you feature?
Right, for the names.
Yeah, for clout.
So since we're in 2020,
Mm.
what's been your greatest accomplishment from 2019?
Thought you was gonna say from 2020. And
No,
I'm like,
still
right,
in
it's only
January,
been
man.
it's only in Jan. Defo winning the Mobo Award. Like, definitely. That was the biggest award I've won to date in my career.
Okay. I know you're not a cocky person and you're very humble, but you have that confidence to balance it out. But did you ever think in your mind that you was going to win it?
I knew I was gonna win.
Okay, good.
But the reason for why I knew I was gonna win
Yeah.
is because, like I was speaking on before, just the self-belief.
Okay.
Like, I knew I was going to win. And whatever I want to be in
Yeah.
or I participate in, I
always give
do
100.
to win.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a winner in it. And that comes from the footballing background
Right,
and
okay.
the sporting background, whether that was athletics, rugby, football. Like, I'm in it to win.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm in it to have fun.
Because you're humble, so you didn't portray, yeah, I'm going to win. You didn't act like that, because there is people that do act like that. So that's why I asked you, did you know you was going to win?
I think there's like a fine line,
Yeah.
between like arrogance and self-confidence.
Right, okay.
Because I'm not an arrogant person.
Not at all.
I just have a lot of self-belief and confidence in it. But at the same time, how I portray myself is very humble, because I am.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't like arrogant people. So I don't want to be like them.
Right, okay.
You get me? And it's also like how I've been raised as well, just like my mum and dad.
They're not arrogant. They're very humble.
My mum is.
Very humble.
My mum is. I don't know too much about my dad, but
Your mum's very humble.
I know my mum is. I know my
She's
mum
very
is.
humble.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you're very humble.
Yeah. Thank you.
Not arrogant. Not one bit of arrogance I've ever seen from you at all.
I like that, man. I'd like to think I never will be neither.
You're on the right path, so I don't think you will.
I ain't got nothing to be arrogant about. No matter how much money I make,
Yeah.
I know where I come from, innit?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I know where I come from.
So when you won the award, what emotions were you going through?
I was ecstatic. Yeah, for real though, I was like, just proper like joyful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, grin on my face, smiling, happy.
Yeah.
Knew this was the start of great things to come. Excited. All of the positive words you could use to describe a good feeling.
that's what
That's
you
how
put in
I
there.
felt.
Because
Yeah.
the Mobos is a big thing, and the fact that is it like a collaboration with the Unsung, or is it just a part of Mobos in general?
It's a part of like what the Mobo Awards do.
Right,
So
okay.
it's like something separate to the big Mobo Awards.
Okay, but it's still Mobo.
It's still it's what
still
they
Mobo.
yeah, it's them.
That's big.
I met the CEO, Kanye King.
That's
Showed me
big.
loads of love. Met a lot of their team, and they're really nice people.
That's a very big achievement, you know.
And
Especially
another
being from Leeds.
Come on, man. And another sick thing about that day, was that my mum and like my boy Yeffy was there, and like my auntie Sharon was there, innit?
Okay.
So being around like family
Yeah.
and friends, it was just like amazing.
Especially to see their reaction as well. Especially
and them
your
to
mum.
be there, you get
she's
my
your
mum
number
was
one fan.
gassed. My mum was gassed, man. But
She's proud of you, man. You
Mm.
can tell.
Mm.
Yes, Heather.
Yeah, man.
That's big. Okay. What's your biggest struggle? What's been your biggest struggle at any point in your life? Whether it's football. Actually, let's go music. Because football, you spoke about injuries and stuff. So what's been your biggest struggle as a solo artist, if you've had one?
Yeah, definitely have struggles for sure. I could name a few. But I'd say the biggest one that I've said on other interviews as well is probably just like financial.
Okay.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because as a solo artist, you got to pay for a lot yourself.
Yeah.
And if you've got no backing or you haven't received funding to put money into your music,
Yeah.
it's like it's all coming out of my pocket.
Right.
So, and I don't think people actually understand how much
It's a lot.
it can be. So sometimes when my money's not as up as I want it to be, it's like sometimes it's harder
Yeah.
to promote certain videos or have a certain plan for a video.
Okay.
It's like it takes a lot of money. So my hardest struggle at times has been financially.
Is it continuously up and down then? Or have you, because you've been through the struggle, you know how to manage it a bit more?
Yeah, it's more manageable now.
Okay.
Which makes it a lot easier for
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean? Because it's more organised in my head. But I definitely say financially.
I can't believe you do all this by yourself.
Obviously, I speak to people. And,
Yeah.
like, I ask people if I'm unsure
Yeah.
of things, but like 99% of things is all me.
But I'm saying that because, not because you're younger than me, but because I know you. And the fact that, this is kind of like, not downgrading, but the fact that you've grown into this man and this solo artist and independent, and you're now managing yourself as an artist, that's very big.
Thank you.
It's big, it's massive.
That's sick. Sometimes I don't look at that, like from
A
bigger perspective. I just get on with what I have to do. But sometimes it's good to take a step back.
Yeah,
and just like appreciate what you're doing.
So you need to take a holiday because it's true. Stepping back, like me personally, when after a season I'll have like a week off.
Yeah.
I'll turn off all social media. I go away, and I just reflect on what's happened that specific season. And then when I've come back, I just feel energized.
Yeah, you feel fresh.
And flushed and everything, and it's good, man. It's good to take a step back and look at everything.
For real.
You need to start doing it more.
Nah, I agree.
Because you already know that you're doing really well, but you're doing very, very well.
Thank you.
You will. Do you define yourself as self-confident and humble? Like, what's your label in that kind of aspect?
I don't have a label for myself. Like,
right, okay.
I don't have
what you
any
see is
type
what you get.
Okay. I wouldn't define like a label upon myself.
Okay.
To do with like being humble and confident anyway.
Yeah.
But I know that it's one of my morals to be humble in everything I do.
Yeah.
But to also be confident in what I do.
Do you think that makes a difference instead of just being completely confident in things that you do?
Yeah. Because I feel like when people just like, go into things, oh, I'm the best, I'm so confident. It's actually disguised as fear.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
And when things don't go well for those type of people, it's like they crumble, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I'm going into something, I'm really confident, but at the same time, like, I'm humble.
Yeah.
Because if I don't win, I'm not going to let that defeat me.
Right.
I'm going to go again.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just my morals. Like, I make sure I'm confident because if I'm not going to do things well.
Yeah.
And then I make sure I'm humble because I don't know any other way.
Yeah, because that's
it's just me, innit? I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Okay. Graft has a new single that has already been released, Nothing But Facts. How excited are you about this first single in 2020?
I'm very excited because I've been wanting to release this single for a while.
Okay.
It was meant to come out last year.
Okay.
And I just feel like it's got a lot of good content, great content on there, a lot of flows, a lot of energy.
Okay.
And the visuals are really good as well. And I just feel like a lot of people will appreciate and enjoy it.
Is there a specific reason behind the title?
Yeah. I feel like, in fact, I know a lot of people like to talk rubbish.
Right, yeah.
And you can get caught up in a lot of fabricated lies.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you just hear things from other people.
Yeah.
And then...
Because news travels fast.
Exactly. News travels rapid.
And each person you hear it from, it's not ever the same message, so...
So I just wanted to clear up a few things.
Okay.
And address a few little like whispers I was hearing last year. But no one said nothing to me. Like everyone does. Everyone chats, but no one says nothing.
Envy and jealousy.
No one says nothing. So I just wanted to address it in the song.
Okay.
And then I've moved on.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? It's there for people to see, and then we keep it stepping.
Okay, so it's on all major platforms. The link will be in the description below.
Yes, it'll be on my YouTube channel, all music platforms. Make sure you go check that out. Nothing but facts, freestyle.
Growing up rich in the claiming ghetto. Man, I feel stop them boy like hello. Man, I feel make the younger them think. Before them drown in the boat the sink. Man, I feel make the younger them think.
What are you looking to accomplish this year?
Well, I set my goals.
Can
I set
we
my
listen
goals.
to some of them?
I don't know them all off by heart, but I know a few. I set some goals in like life, and then I set some music goals as well. So a few of my goals for my life goals was obviously I slowly want to become vegan.
Welcome.
So yeah, man, I want to learn how to cook more vegan meals. I also set a goal to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
Read even more books, just goals around that, so even more stuff. And then music goals, my aim is to release a song a month.
Okay.
So, but in the grand scheme of things, it's only 12 songs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not a lot, as well as a project I'm working on.
Okay.
And then another thing was to perform at more festivals.
What's the number one festival that you'd like to perform at?
This year.
Yeah, or just in general?
I'd say let's go for this year.
Okay.
Leeds Fest. Leeds and Reading. Leeds Fest.
Okay.
Because I think that's like probably the biggest festival in Leeds.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to perform there.
I hope that goes well for you.
Same.
I hope it happens.
We'll look back on this and see if I did it, but
I hope it happens.
we don't know, innit?
I hope it happens for
Thank
you.
you. And network with more artists in and outside of Leeds, so like London, Birmingham, Manny, Sheffield, and just loads more goals.
Okay, that's a lot of goals.
And achieve and win more awards. I did write the awards specifically as well.
What you want to win?
Yeah, I said I would like to win a MOBO award for best. I think it's new artist or upcoming artist.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to win that, and an award for through the BBC.
You lot better start promoting his stuff to get it out there. For real. Promote and support the hustle. Because he's hustling real hard.
The hustle,
man. What would be a message to your younger self / the younger generation for anyone watching?
Good question. First, I'll start to my younger self here. I'd say everything is going to be alright and everything will work out in my favour.
Okay.
So to not worry, to not stress, and just know things are going to work out in my favour.
That's deep.
I think I'd say that to myself.
Okay.
And just enjoy life and the present moment, and just be happy. Like truly, I'd say that to my younger self.
Okay, that's a deep message, to be honest.
And then to the younger kids,
Yeah.
or anyone else, even older than me, everyone can learn,
Yeah,
innit?
everyone.
Was it on music or
Anything.
just life?
Yeah. Live,
Wow,
music,
got
football,
my life
everything.
teaching this interview star. I would say, yeah, to anyone, read a lot of books.
Gain that self-knowledge yourself.
Gain a lot of knowledge that we're not taught in education or just in day-to-day life. Because I feel like in social media, especially in this era, right,
Yeah.
we're always influenced and we're digesting a lot of other people's lives,
Yeah.
which can then put pressure on yourself potentially. So I feel like it's good to take a break away from social media
Yeah.
and learn about more knowledge that they're not teaching you, and to learn more about yourself.
That's key.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're learning so much about all these celebrities or other people, but
What about yourself?
people are not putting the time into learning about them. So read a lot of books, listen to loads of music that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Be happy. Surround yourself with family. And just do everything with like joy within yourself.
Within yourself. That's key.
Just go about life as happy as you can.
Been a pleasure.
That's actually like
It's been a
probably
pleasure.
one of the best or the best interview
Don't gas me.
I've had. Swear down.
Swear.
I've never even said that on an interview before. Never.
So
So
keep
I
this
mean
in,
that.
I'll take it
Yeah,
out.
keep that in.
Yeah.
I mean that.
No, it's been a pleasure.
I mean that. It was good, man.
I-
Some really good questions. Usually interview questions are really generic,
Yeah.
but I like this one a lot.
I want the hustle to be more personal to specific guests that I'm bringing in, but obviously every guest that you bring in is going to relate to someone out there.
Yeah.
So I want it to be as personal as possible, really.
Yeah, man.
I don't
It's
even
really
know
good.
where it's going to go, but I'm just throwing everything out there because someone needs to hear it. So make sure you go follow Graft on Instagram. You got Twitter? Twitter, all social media.
Everything.
Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. I'll put everything in the description, and his social media handles will be in the bottom left hand corner.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share.
Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, keep the hustle going.